Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Honolulu by Brennert, narrated by Ali Ahn, and directed by Aaron Moon. This book is copyrighted 2009 by Brennert. This recording is copyrighted 2009 by Recorded Books. In Korea, at the turn of the 20th century, girls were of so little value that Jin, a young picture bride, was known as Regret. Traveling to Hawaii in search of a better life, Jin's dreams are brought up short, as the harsh realities found in fast-growing Honolulu turn a naive young girl into a resourceful woman who struggles to make her way in a world of prejudice and strife. And now, Honolulu.
Chapter 1. When I was a young child growing up in Korea, it was said that the image of the fading moon at daybreak, reflected in a pond or stream or even a well, resembled the speckled shell of a dragon's egg. A dragon embodied the yang, the masculine principle of life, and it was thought that if a couple expecting a child prayed to the dragon's egg, their offspring would be male. Of course, every family in those days desired a son over a daughter. Only men could carry on the family line. Women were merely vessels by which to provide society with an uninterrupted supply of men. So every day for months before I was born, my parents would rise before dawn, carrying offerings of fresh steamed rice cakes to the stone well behind our home, as the sky brightened and snuffed out the stars. And they would pray to the pale, freckled face of the moon floating on the water's surface. Pray that the child growing inside my mother's womb would be a boy. In this, they were to be disappointed. On the third day of the first moon in the year of the rooster, their first and only daughter was born to them. In those waning days of the Yi dynasty, newborn girls were not deemed important enough to be graced with formal names, but were instead given nicknames. Often these represented some personal characteristic: cheerful, pretty, little one, big one. Sometimes they presumed to be commandments, chastity, or virtue. A few, golden calf, little flower, verged on the poetic. But too many names reflected the parents' feelings about the birth of a daughter. I knew a girl named Anger, and another called Pity. More than a few were known as Sorrow or Sadness, and everyone had heard the story.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?